am Baruch and I want to share the story of my AI essay with you. I'm a person who is lazy.
I disagree.
Sorry, that is my mom. Where was I? Oh yes. I am a person who is lazy. Whenever I have a deadline, I put most of the work off till the last day. And today, my story is not only about my AI essay, but also about that. My bachelor's project is to make a knowledge graph, using a synthetic dataset for machine learning. The system should generate a database based on input from a user and potentially be useful to machine learning experts. If you have no idea what any of this means, that's okay. Because I also basically have no idea either why I got this project. I googled the meaning of the words that are in the title of the project. The words that I'm supposed to know. And this is the first obstacle. I have no idea of what I am going to create. And then I realized that I not only need to write a thesis. I also need to program the database myself. So not just write a thesis, and do a literature study, but also, I need to program at a high level. And that is a problem because I only received one programming course during my 3 years of study. Therefore, the first month of the project is spent searching on the internet and talking to my supervisor, just to get a general idea of what exactly the project is that I have to do. Hi, I am back. Once I grasped the idea of the project, I slowly started to program and had meetings with my supervisor every 2 weeks. I treat these meetings as deadlines and I use the date of the meeting to force myself into doing things. Since I needed to create data generation tools, during this month, I've implemented new stuff every 2 weeks. I created an audio generator that generates 2 seconds of audio. I implemented a simple graph structure and I continuously worked on my thesis. But during the last month of the project, at the beginning of June, I received a warning message from my supervisor. He wrote that he will be away for 2 weeks. In the email, he also stated that my progress with the thesis is going too slow. I didn't program enough and the writing part of the thesis is also not going too well. I should also realize that I still have to do the presentation and demonstrate the experiment of my work. Honestly, I wasn't expecting a letter like that from him. He had been always very nice and kind to me, and that was the first time he talked to me like that. Three months ago, I was confident that would graduate. I got overconfident in myself and I told everybody, including my friends and family in China, that I would graduate this year and that coming September, I would start my master's study. During the coming summer vacation, I will visit China. For the first time in 3 years. I don't want to tell them that I did not graduate because I failed my final essays. I have also made plans for the future. I applied to different universities for a master's degree study and I got admitted to some of them already. My plan is to continuously study for 2 years and get a job as soon as possible after that so that I can start earning money. I do not want to waste a year. I started to panic and I tried many different tools to learn about programming. I set another deadline, the return of my supervisor. But I also have to finish several assignments from 2 other courses besides my bachelor's project. Surprisingly, I found the solution in YouTube tutorials and by using ChatGPT. Whenever I have questions during my programming phase, or whenever I need inspiration, I go to these 2 sources. ChatGPT gives me a lot of inspiration for the features that I want to implement, and YouTube videos teach me how to do the things that I want. I have successfully implemented many other features such as a random website generator as well as a random sentence generator. I can extract information from websites and put that into my program. I have programmed the model to go to a website, push a button, and extract information that it then copies to my program. Something about which I had no experience at all, and had not even heard about until I learned about it from YouTube tutorials. During the whole process of my bachelor's thesis, I had no idea what my final project was going to be like. I didn't develop any programs at the beginning of the project. I went through a lot of literature just to get a feeling of what I should do. But in the end, none of that was very helpful. It was only afterwards that I realized that I just need to try out new stuff. Items such as all the functionality that I've implemented, an audio creator, web scraping, and a web generator. I had no idea about them and had no clue how to implement them. I just one day thought that it would be cool if I had this in my project. I, therefore, tried to implement the new functions. Now I have successfully implemented them, not because I knew how to do it, but because I tried this new functionality out and I really wanted to be part of my program. During the last 2 weeks, I've made huge progress in regard to the programming as well as the writing of the thesis. I succeeded in that due to high morale.
That's why I disagreed.
Mom, I am busy now.
I now believe in myself that I can do stuff that I've never done before. Next week I will have my meeting with my return supervisor. I am confident that I have made enough progress. Thank you for listening to the story about my bachelor's thesis. I know that for many people, the topic of my thesis sounds boring. But I hope that you got an impression of what I did. Bye. Have a good day.